Yes, on the screen we are able to see a diagram of Raspberry Pi 3. So these are the GPIO pins, pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So this pin will be pin number 40. Now there are two conventions that we can follow for numbering these pins. So physically, like based on the presence of the pin or based on the location, like this is the first pin, this is the second pin, this is the third pin, and this is the fourth pin. Based on that physical location, we can number them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. But there is second convention or the second method we can use those convention we will see, or we will see, we will try to see the difference between two. Now, when we are using pin number 1 as pin number 1, like physical pin number will be my GPR pin number 1, physical pin number 2 will be my GPR pin number 2, and so on. When I'm using this convention, then I'm using a mode called as board mode, BOARD. So whenever I'm writing, say for example, if I'm writing pin number 11 or GPR.11 or similar kind of thing, then I'm referring to exactly pin number 11. When I'm writing GPR pin number 21 in the board mode, then I'm referring to pin number 21. Physically and the number both will refer to the same pin. Now the second convention, which stand for BCM, sorry, BCM. This is the second convention. Now, out of 40 pins, only 26 pins can be used as GPIO pins. Okay. So as you can see, there are two numbers. One is the physical number, pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And just on the left hand side and on the right hand side, we are able to see another numbering. Those numberings are called as GPIO numberings. These pin numbers will be referred in the form of second numbers when we are using BCM. What I mean, like if I'm writing or if I'm using a word called as BCM mode, then whenever I write GPIO2 means I'm referring to pin number 3. Whenever I'm writing GPIO3, I'm referring to pin number 5, and so on. Similar to that, like GPIO4 will refer to pin number 7. So based on the kits available in the colleges, we may use either of the thing. So whenever we are using a loose component kit, like we have a breadboard and we have a set of wires, and with the help of those set of wires, we are creating our circuit for the practical. Then majority of the practical will use this kind of convention, or it will use board mode. So we have to directly connect our pin to this, specifically to this pin, and we can use a respective physical number and GPIO number as it is. And whenever the kits are ready-made, like your college may be using some ready-made kit on which most of the components are directly placed. In that thing, or in that setup, basically that setup may use BCM mode. So it depend on the implementation, it depend on the connectivity. Either of the mode can be used. Both work in the same manner. Only the naming convention or the pin number will differ. So we are using a loose component. Like we are using loose components, so we will use the first mode called as board mode. Now let us see some examples or components that can be used for connecting our, or that can be used for creating a circuit. The first component is called as jump wires, or wires simply, connectors. So there are three variations of the jump wires. One is this node is known as female node, and this node is known as male node. Based on this connection, like on one side this wire has a female node and on the other side it has a male node. So this wire is called as female and male connector. It is known as female and male connector. Another variation of the wire that we can use is male to male. So both sides will be a male to male wire. And there is third set of wire on which we have both the female connector. It is female to female connector. So we have three type of wire. One is male to male, which has two male connectors. One is female to male or male to female, another set, and third category female to female. Now the next for this practical number 1, we are going to use this kind of wire, which is a male to female connector. Now the another component is an LED, like a simple LED which has two ends. One end is positive terminal and the other end is known as negative terminal. So there may be dilemma like which end to be called as positive and negative. As you can see in the image, the bigger end, the one on the like left hand side, is positive terminal and the one on the right is your negative terminal. Another component that we will use is resistor. Now this circuit, like this Raspberry Pi, output a 3 or 5 volt 5 volt power supply. Like this wires or this pins, the current on this pin or the voltage on this pin will be either 3 or 5 volt. But your LED takes only 1 or 1.5 volt current. So there, whenever we are connecting directly, like if I connect this LED wire to this circuit or to my Raspberry, there is chance that this LED will burn out or it may be damaged. So to restrict the current, we may use a resistor in between your power supply and your component. So for the first connection, we are using a breadboard. So I am connecting a LED to my breadboard. Before starting with this connection, let us understand the layout of the breadboard. So these are the main power supply on which we can connect our power supply. Blue may represent negative terminal or negative voltage power supply, and this red may represent a positive. It depends on the type of wire that you connect. Either of the thing can be used. Now these are connected as vertically, like they are connected in vertical manner. Now if I pass or input a current in this pin number, say for example this pin, that the same current will be available on either of the pins. Like if I connect power supply on this pin, the same current will be available on the next pin, next pin, next pin and next pin. Those current will be available on the vertical line. Same as we move down the inner layout or the inner grid. In this grid, the current will be available in the horizontal manner. Like if I pass a current or voltage in this pin, that the same line will be connected to, or the same current will be available in the horizontal manner. Like this current will be available at the bottom, at the bottom, at the bottom, at the bottom, or similar kind of thing. So this inner line are connected in like horizontal manner, and this outer lines are connected in vertical manner. So we will make our connection. I am connecting positive terminal. See, this is my positive terminal. I am connecting positive terminal on one of the line and negative terminal on the other side. So this is one of the orientation that you may use, or another type of connection that you may use is positive terminal on one side and the negative terminals on the other side. Positive terminal on one side and negative terminal on the other side. So we will use this kind of connection. We will connect a positive terminal on this terminal and negative connection on the other side. So I'm connecting one of the line, negative and positive. So we have placed our LED positive on the upper side or on the right hand side, and the negative line is on the left hand side. Now I will use some wires and some resistors, some no, only one resistor. So I'm connecting a resistor on the same line to which I have connected my positive terminal, and I'm connecting the other end of the resistor to the main power line or on the outer line. So there will be a difference of the connection, like negative terminal, positive terminal, positive terminal, and one end of the resistor and the other end of the resistor goes to the outer line, which is connected to the main line. Now I am connecting a male wire to the negative line of the connection, LED negative, then our male connector end goes in the same line, and one wire on the parallel side, like on this line, this line are connected vertically. So I have to connect, to make connection with this other end of the resistor, I have to connect line to line in the vertical line. To make connection with this resistor, I have connected in the horizontal line. To make connection with this end of the resistor, I have to connect in the vertical line. Now at the end of this connection, I have this kind of structure. My LED connected in between to my negative end of the terminal, and same male wire to the same line, and on the other side I have positive terminal of my LED, a resistor, and on the outer line of the power supply I have my resistor connected, and in the vertical direction I have my another end of the male to female connector. So at the end I have two connection wires that will be female. So I've used two male to female connectors. Now these two wires and I have to connect to my Raspberry. Now let us see where to which connection or to which end we will connect these two wires into the Raspberry. For this we can open the diagram again, our layout diagram. So as we have discussed, we are using board mode, then I'm using a physical number convention. So in this example, one wire should be connected to ground and other wire should be connected to either of these yellow lines. Yellow line means pin number 1, 3, 5, 7 or so on. Okay. Then one wire I'm connecting to a ground signal, means I will connect my negative line to pin number 6, which is negative or ground. The other end positive terminal of my wire I have to connect on either of this line. So I am selecting line number 3. I can select either 1 or 3, any of the line is preferable, or any wire that you can see in the yellow color can be selected. So I am selecting one of the wire as pin number 3. So negative will be connected to pin number 6, and this positive wire will be connected to pin number 3. So in the diagram, this pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, positive wire on pin number 3 and negative wire on pin number 6. So this blue wire is my positive wire, so I'm connecting this blue wire to pin number 6. So carefully connect this wire into, sorry, this is my positive wire, so I have to connect this to pin number 3. So from the top side, left side say third wala wire, I have connected to pin number 3. Now you have to connect to the proper pin. This is the negative terminal of my circuit or negative end of my circuit. I am connecting it to a ground voltage, that is pin number 6. So I will connect this pin to pin number 6. Now the connection has been made. Since the resolution is low, you can see, but still something is visible. So blue wire is connected to pin number 3 and white wire is connected to pin number 6, which is my ground connection. Now let us see an example of how to write the program. So for this, I will close. Yes. As you can see, this is my desktop of the Raspberry Pi. On the top, we have different icons available. So for the first practical, I'm going to open a terminal. So on the terminal, either you can type command or open or write your program with the help of terminal, or you can use a graphical user interface based editor for the same. Like you may use ideally 3 for writing the program. So for the first practical, we are using a terminal. So let's see an example of this. The first thing, we may create a folder on which I will put all my files or programs. So to create a folder, I will type mkdir, which is make directory, and name of the folder TYIOT, then TYIOT program PROG, and enter. Then I have to move myself into that directory. Then I have to type cd space and ty, my folder name. My folder name is TYIT or TYIOT PROG. Now in that folder, I have to create one directory. Directory. No. We have to create a file, Python file. Say prog1.py. So to create a file, we will type nano and prog1.py. Now this nano is an editor. It is primitive type of editor that is available in the Raspberry Pi by default. So we can use this nano editor to write program or to edit the previous program. So I'm writing name of the editor and name of the file, and I will type or I will press my enter key. So let me reduce the font size little bit. Yes. Now the first program, I have already copied the program. We'll discuss what is written in it. So the first line, we are trying to import the packages of the Raspberry Pi. So import rpi.gpio. From Raspberry package, we are importing the module GPIO. This module contains all the information related to that GPIO pins. So the next line is for the delay. Like we are putting in between, we are putting a delay of 1 second. So that delay module is there in the time. That sleep module or sleep function is there in the time module. So this is for delay. Now as we have discussed, we have to set our programming module or programming mode either in BCM or board mode, but we have said that we will use board mode. So I will replace this BCM with board, BOARD. means I'm using physical pin numbers for executing the program. The next line, we have to initialize our pins. So pin number 20 means you are going to use pin number 20 as your GPIO pin, but we are using pin number 3 because our positive terminal is connected to pin number or GPIO pin number 3. So I have changed or I have initialized pin number 3. Now this GPIO.out means we are sending some signals, like the circuit or the Raspberry is sending some signal to the interface or to the component connected to it. So for reading the input, whenever Raspberry is reading input from the component, we may replace this out keyword with in. So for the first practical, we are doing an output kind of thing. So we have written GPIO.out. So we have initialized pin number 3 in output mode. Next is an infinite loop with the help of a while loop. And the first signal that I'm going to send on my Raspberry Pi pin number 3 is 1. 1 means on. So you can write on instead of 1. Then we have a delay of 1 second, and again on pin number 3 I'm sending a signal 0 means off signal. So alternatively we are sending signal 1 and 0, and every time we are waiting for 1 second. This program will execute for infinite time. Till the program executes, this program will keep on executing, like on, then delay means wait for 1 second, then off, then again a delay of 1 second. To save the program, there are some commands. Like to save the program, we can type Control O. This caption means control, and this O means to save the program. I have to press Control O. Then file name write to, or file name to write prog1 dot. Yes, it is the same file. Then I have to enter. I have to press enter. Now the program has been saved. Now I need to exit from this editor and go to the terminal. So to do that, I will press Control X, means to exit. So I am pressing Control X on my keyboard. Again I am back to my editor. So I have connected my circuit. I have connected my circuit. I have written the program. Then let us run the program. To run it, we have to type Python. So it will be in lowercase. I have to write Python and name of the program prog.py. Then enter. So with the help of this program, we are sending signal 1 and 0 on the pin number 3. So the pin, like this LED is blinking, like it is displaying 1 and 0 alternatively. This program will continue to send signal 1 and 0 on the terminal unless we end the program. So let me end the program. So we'll do it on the simultaneous line. Yes. Now this is a program, and I'm going to stop this program by pressing Control C. So as soon as the program is stopped, the LED is going to stop. So let us run the program again. Again I'm typing the same command Python prog1.py and I'm pressing enter. So LED blinks again. So this is one of the practical blinking a single LED. Likewise, we may connect different set of LEDs. We may have practical of connecting 4 LEDs. Then in that case, we may use pin number 3, 5, 7, 8 and so on for connecting different LEDs. That will be seen in the next practice.